regarding ATG, there were a series of tribunal decisions wherein at what stage of approval is to be granted and whether it is barred by limitation or not. One order of the Commission of Income Tax, one Commission of Income Tax had passed series of orders, were all taken to the tribunal. And meanwhile, I think this issue is now somewhat resolved by the Madras High Court decision which has recently come. Mr. Arjun Raj, advocate, is going to take us through the entire gamut of the issue revolving around the ATG and whether we can find out whether the issue is now completely resolved or still further litigation is going to happen on this issue. Then the second topic for the day will be on the understanding the operation of liquid text. And this is a topic which is going to be handled by Mr. Jigar Shah, Chartered Accountant of partner of Lakshmi Kumaran and Sridharan Attorneys, Ahmedabad. First, we will go to the topic presented by Mr. Arjun Raj. Yes, Arjun.
Yeah, thank you, sir. First of all, very good evening to everyone. Before I start, I would like to thank Revenue Bar Association, President Sridhar sir, Vice President Anand sir, and also Vasu sir for giving me this opportunity to present on the issues resolving around ATG. I would like to share my screen. Is my screen visible now, sir?
Yes, Arjun, it's visible.
Okay. So today I would like to discuss on the controversies that were resolved and still pending around the ATG provisions. First, I would like to give a background on how this ATG and the issues of renewal came into play. So basically, up to 2021, under the old regime, it was a perpetual registration which was being granted. So under the perpetual registration, once a trust gets formed and I get ATG, then forever I enjoy ATG as long as the department does not cancel it or withdraw it. So now what happened? After from assessment year 22-23, they brought in this concept of granting registration on a renewal basis. So at that point in time, there were various transitional provisions to be incorporated in order to also include both the existing trust as well as the new trust to be formed. So basically what happened, the trust could be categorized as these three things. There could be an old trust which is already enjoying 12A and ATG under the old regime. Similarly, there can also be a trust which is enjoying only 12A under the old regime and not holding ATG under the old regime. And after this new amendment, they can start getting a new registration under ATG. This is one scenario. The other scenario is a trust which was denied ATG under the old regime, and now they wanted to get a new registration under the new regime. The last scenario is the trust which gets incorporated after the amended provisions. That is what we call it as new trust. So only under the old trust, there could be different scenarios where ATG was available, or ATG was not available, or ATG was denied. These three factors actually decides how the registration process gets evolved in the new regime. One is the date of incorporation of the trust, date of commencement of activities, and the third criteria is the availability of registration under the old regime. So now coming to this new regime, the concept of renewal-based registration, the government thought fit for giving registration for a period of 5 years and renew it on a renewal basis. They wanted to. So on a renewal basis, they wanted to keep extending this benefit just to ensure the having track over those trusts. So what happened? There is a concept of provisional registration as well as a final registration. Once a final registration is granted, it is granted for 5-year period, which is subject to renewal before the end of that 5-year period. If it's a provisional registration which is being granted, it is a registration which is granted for a period of 3 years, and then it has to get converted into a final registration. Then you become on par with the other trust. On every 5-year period, you will have to get it renewed. Now, for these criteria are simple. If you're already enjoying 12 ATG under the old regime, you will be entitled for 5 years directly. Assuming you are not eligible for, you are not having ATG in the old regime, then you will have to first get a 3-year registration, that is a provisional registration. then get it converted into a final registration, that is a 5-year registration, and then keep renewing it. This applies to both old trust not enjoying ATG as well as for new trust. So basically, now coming to this provisional and final registrations, there are 4 forms which would be relevant for our discussion now. Form 10A. Form 10A is nothing but the application that is being filed by the assessee or the charitable entities. Now, there is also another application that has to be filed called Form 10AB. So the first 2 line items are the applications being filed by the charitable entities. The third and fourth line items are the registrations being granted by CPC and registrations being granted or rejected by CAT exemptions. Now, how to go about this? For which scenario Form 10A applies? For which scenario 10AB applies? This I would like to capture in this table. So, under the ATG subsection 5, there's a third proviso which prescribes different scenarios and the different procedural procedures to be followed for each of the scenarios. There are basically 4 clauses envisaged in that ATG 5 proviso. Clause 1, Clause 2, Clause 3, Clause 4. Now coming to this 4 different clauses, first clause is a scenario where ATG is available by the charitable entity under the old regime. That is before the new regime came into play, that is 1/4/2021. Before 1/4/2021, this trust or the assessee was enjoying ATG, then they will have to get this registration under the clause 1. What happens when you file a registration under clause 1? If you file it under clause 1, the application you will file it under Form 10A. Once you file Form 10A, you will be granted 5 years registration automatically by CPC. This is granted automatically within a period of 7 days. 10AC gets issued. Once 10AC is generated, the registration will be available for you for a period of 5 years. Next is clause 2. Clause 2, now we have not yet started using this clause 2 because clause 2 comes into play when your 5-year period is about to expire. So 6 months before the expiry of that 5-year period, you will have to make a renewal under clause 2. So this applies where you have a 5-year registration, then you apply for renewal under clause 2, you get it renewed for another 5 years. Here what happens, you will have to file form number 10AB. Once this 10AB is filed for renewal, it goes to the CAT exemptions, who goes through your activities, your objects, and your performance in the last 5 years, and then renews or either renews or rejects the registration under clause 2. Now, clause 3 is what is being discussed recently for the last 1 or 1.5 years. Clause 3 is a scenario where originally under clause 1, originally under clause 4, you would have got a provisional registration. Let's say I'm a new trust. I would apply for under 10A and get a registration for 3 years. Now, clause 3 is a scenario. Before clause 3, I would like to discuss on clause 4 because there will be a step forward from clause 4. So, clause 4 is a scenario where when you don't have a registration, you are coming for the first time before the department for ATG, you make an application under clause 4. Once you make an application under clause 4, you are being granted for a period of 3 years. Since you are a new trust who is not holding ATG under the old regime, you will be granted registration for a period of 3 years. Once this 3-year period is being granted under Form 10AC by CPC, let's assume you made an application under the new regime that will start from assessment year 22-23. So you'll be entitled up to assessment year 24-25. So before the end of this, there is another condition which I'll just take you through. Before the end of this period, you will have to make a renewal under clause 3. So clause 3 is a scenario which applies only to trust which is provisionally registered. So only to convert this 3 years to 5 years, you will have to apply under clause 3. Again, clause 3 is where it goes to the CAT exemptions. There is a physical verification of the documents, and then he decides whether you are entitled for renewal or not, based on the genuineness and activities carried on by the assessee. Just to short circuit, clause 1 and 4 are automatic registration granted by CPC. Clause 2 and 3 are renewals, which is being physically examined by the CAT exemptions. Now coming to the timelines. There was this issue under clause 3. So clause 3, where I have to convert from 3 years to 5 years, what will be the timelines to be prescribed? So this was the issue. For that, I will just read the relevant portion of clause 3. So what happened? The second para here, if you notice clause 3, the timelines given are where the institutions or fund has been provisionally approved at least 6 months prior to the expiry of the period of provisional approval, or within 6 months from the commencement of its activities, whichever is earlier. So there are basically two limbs given, either from the date of commencement 6 months or 6 months before the expiry of the provisional period. Now, what happened? All new trust or trust which was not enjoying ATG under the old regime, they got registration from assessment date 22-23. So the 3-year period gets over on 31/3/2024. So one of the limb here is 6 months prior to the date of expiry, that is 30th September 2022. The issue here was what will be the timeline to be applied. If you look at the other limb of the timeline, it says 6 months from the date of commencement of its activities. So date of commencement of activities is started the issue. So this was extended up to 30th September 2022 by the CBDT under circular issued on circular number 8 of 2022. So here the extension of time limit for filing 10 AB was granted only up to 30th September 2022 for all new trust as well as for old trust who are not enjoying ATG, who was initially granted for 3-year period. The time extension was granted only up to 30th September 2022. Subsequently, CBDT came up with another circular wherein they extended the time limit only for old trust, that is which I referred to under clause 1. Only for old trust, the time limit was extended up to 30th September 2023. And in that circular, they have captured the genuine hardship faced by taxpayers, as well as they made reference to section 115 TD. 115 TD, I'll just explain in the later part of my discussion how it will apply or affect the charitable entities. So the core issue here was whether the timelines prescribed for the clause 1 can also be applied for clause 3 trust. That is a new trust or an old trust which is not enjoying ATG. This was a core issue to be decided before various forums. And invariably, in most of the cases, the applications made under clause 3 was rejected on the ground that it was not filed within 6 months from the date of its commencement. Now, the issue can be two-folded. I can either be an old trust or a new trust. Let's discuss a scenario where I'm an old trust. I have been incorporated in the 1980s and I have commenced my activities in 1980s. All along, I was enjoying 12A registration. I did not apply for ATG at all in the old regime. Now, under the new regime, I take a decision that I am entitled for ATG. So I take a decision that I'll make a registration for ATG under the new regime, also to get the benefit of CSR and other things. So I decide and make an application for ATG under the new regime. Now what happens? I get provisionally approved. Once my provisional approval is granted under the clause 4, any other case, I have to go for a provisional, converting this provisional into a final registration, for which I need to make an application under clause 3. This will be under form 10AB. Now for making this So now to make this provisional registration under form 10AB for an old trust, which was incorporated and commenced its activity in 1980, the problem is the timeline says 6 months from the date of its commencement, whichever is earlier. So there is a impossibility scenario where I cannot comply with one limb of the timeline prescribed for clause 3. This was put to challenge before various forums. Initially, there were a series of tribunal decisions, as rightly pointed out by Vasu sir. The first one of the lead case was by the Jodhpur tribunal, where they decided this scenario in the context of an old trust. They held that the timelines relating to the commencement of activity cannot be complied with by a old trust, and that was not the intention of the lawmakers also. So they told that the only timeline remaining, that is the 6 months prior to the expiry of the period alone, should be applied, and the commencement of activities timeline should be dispensed with. This was a finding by the Jodhpur tribunal. Subsequently, in the context of a new trust, let's say I'm a new trust, I got registration under clause for any other case for 3 years. Now I have to go for this renewal, for converting this 3 to 5 years. When I convert this 3 to 5 years, I file it belatedly. I am not complied with the timelines prescribed under this clause. That is, I have not filed it within 6 months from the date of commencement, or within 6 months before the expiry of the provisional approval. What happened? There was this one decision of Jaipur Tribunal, where the tribunal has held that CAT exemption should have condoned the delay, and the tribunal took cognizance and condoned the delay and directed the CAT exemptions to grant registration from the date of the application. So this was one scenario where the tribunal had dealt with in the context of a new trust. Now, there was also a batch of appeals posted before the Chennai tribunal, where the identical issue was before them. They concluded that the timelines prescribed under ATG 5, that is the transitional provisions and timelines, should be considered as directory and not mandatory. In fact, they also told that since there were two circulars issued, one for clause 1, the other for clause 3, the circular issued subsequently for clause 1 should also include this clause 3 circular, clause 3 scenario. So basically, they told the extended timeline benefit should also be given to the new trust and the old trust who are not having ATG under the old regime. Subsequently, recently, the Madras High Court, the constitutional validity of the circular was challenged before the Madras High Court. There, the Madras High Court concluded that the discrimination brought out is artificial, and they have treated it as the ultravise the constitution and arbitrary and violative of Article 14. The main distinction in the circular was not including the new trust, that is Form 10AB to be filed for new trust, was not included in that extension timelines. So the Madras High Court concluded that such a discrimination is not based on any real and real object of the circular. So it is not. It is to be treated as an arbitrary and discriminatory. So they have read down that circular to include even the new trust forms which has to be filed. So this was a recent decision. And as per this decision, what happened? The subsequent circular, that is a timelines up to 30th September 2023, shall be extended to the new trust also. Now, so as of now, the settled position is like this. For clause 3, where the registration, where the applications has been filed on or before 30th September 2023, it should be construed as a valid application and it should be adjudicated on its merits. Now, so this is a settled position up to 30th September 2023. There can also be a scenario where the delay happens after 30th September 2023. There can be a trust which has filed in the month of October or in the month of November 2023, for which both the circulars may not apply. The Madras High Court decision as well as the other tribunal decisions may not apply. So, for those trusts, what will be the remedy is still a question of it's still there is an ambiguity on that. And in fact, one point which I'd like to highlight here.
N for Nagpur.
English.
Yeah, one point which I would like to highlight now is on the amendment which has been brought under clause 4. So this is one major amendment which has been introduced, restricting the scope for getting an ATG. This amendment actually reflects the mindset of the government to discourage granting ATG to new trust. So what happened? Before 1st October 2023, the scenario was like this. Any other case at least 1 month prior to the date of commencement of the previous year relevant to the assessment year from which said approval is sought. So any new trust can get a registration under this residuary clause. New trust or an old trust which was not enjoying ATG under the old regime can get a registration under this residuary clause. Subsequently, after the amendment, the residuary clause has been narrowed down. What they have basically done is they have categorized into two scenarios. One, a residuary clause under which the trust has not commenced its activities, in which case it is similar to the pre-amended scenario. The other is a scenario where trust has already commenced its activity before getting a registration. Then what happens if you have commenced an activity and you have to get a registration? The only scenario where you can get a registration is if you have not claimed 12A, the 11 exemption or section 1023C exemption in any of the previous years after its commencement. So here what it happens is, let's say, let's again take the example of 1980s trust who has never filed an application at all till date. That is up to 1st October 2023. Now, I am a genuine trust. I've been carrying out charitable activities all along. And for the last 3 or 4 decades, I've been carrying out the charitable activities. Now, I wanted to get ATG registration. And probably for getting CSR or any other benefit, I want to get an ATG registration. Even though I'm entitled to and I'm eligible under all other facets, the problem is if I have to make an application under clause 4, it creates an additional condition that I should not be claiming section 11 or 1023C in the earlier years. So that cannot be a scenario because I would be enjoying 12A for all these years and I would have definitely claimed section 11 exemption in the return of income filed in the earlier years. So what happens is whether these trusts would be eligible to apply for ATG now is still questionable. And there are also other ambiguities still available on the timelines. Though up to 30th September 2023, now by virtue of the Madras High Court and other series of decisions, it is settled that up to 30th September 2023, if there is any time lag in filing the applications, it can be dispensed with. However, after 30th September 2023, there are still ambiguities in the timelines. Now, just before I conclude, I just wanted to capture the difficulties or the hardships faced by the assessees in different facets. Maybe CBDT will have to come up with a clarification or guidelines on how to go about it with these scenarios. One major scenario which we see on a regular basis is the wrong clause being selected leads to denial of the renewal. In case instead of clause 3, I select clause 4, or instead of clause 4, I select clause 1, it gets rejected. Now, the problem here is how to go about this. Whether I have to file an appeal before the ITAT and get it revived, or whether I have to again make a second application because there is no provision for me to rectify the application which I've already filed. And I'm told that there is also no option for the CET exemptions to give registration under the different clause by altering it through their system. So the CBDT will have to come up with a solution on how to go about it, on resolving these scenarios. Second scenario is one which I could envisage is the roadmap or old trust, which is getting registered for the first time, which I discussed now. This is mainly because of the narrow scope of clause 4, that is a residuary clause. Third one, this is very common. If I file belatedly after 30th September 2023, none of the circulars would apply to me. I have to get my ATG revived. Now I have to go only under the remedy available under the Act, that is section 182B. That is for condemnation in filing the Form 10AB or Form 10A. So here what happens, the CBDT would be more easier for the taxpayers if the authority is being delegated to either CAT exemptions or principal CAT, someone locally, so that these charitable institutions can approach them to get the condemnation in their favor. Last thing is still there is some ambiguity on the remedy available for rejection orders passed by the CAT exemptions, because most of the rejection orders are on technical aspects, either for filing for selecting wrong clause or for not filing within time. So maybe remedy can be granted by CBDT considering the transitional nature of these provisions. This provision has been there for a long time, and there are charitable entities who are in remote places who are still not equipped with the professional team which would require for all these kind of transitional other renewals and other things. So maybe I hope CBDT comes up with a window period or something for entertaining these trusts to get its ATG revived and take it forward from here, considering the complexities involved in this transition. So these are the things which I have seen, and I hope it'll get resolved soon. As I told, 30th September 2023 is resolved now. After 30th September 2023, it is still questionable, and probably CBDT should give some clarity on that. So with this, I think the issues revolving around ATG at present is captured.
Thank you, Arjun, for taking us through the entire issue. Now, after the tribunal's order and the Madras High Court, has the CET exemptions given effect to any of the orders? Is there any?
What happens, sir? The due date for passing the orders by CET exemptions were 31st March. I think the High Court order came on 2nd April. So the most of the orders during that period were already passed, following the old law, following the earlier decision that it is time barred and not maintainable. So I think most of the batch are now pending before IT80.
IT80, right. Okay, fine. Any questions from the participants to Arjun?
Arjun, Chidambaram here. I have one question. So for this 10AB, I have come across a situation where there is already a provisional registration available. Despite that, what they have done is they have also applied under Form 10AB. And later they have withdrawn that. Is that correct? Correct way to do it?
No,
or is it 10AB is mandatory? Because this is the provisional registration is only provisional. It's not a final registration.
Yes.
Do we foresee any issues at the time of assessment? If at all it is picked up for assessment, will they say it is only provisional and therefore I will not consider you as a registered trust or something like that?
So what happens? Form 10A, I hope they have filed and they've got a provisional registration. So before that expiry of that period, they should have filed a Form 10AB and got it renewed for 5 years. So in your case, I hope the registration will be valid till 31st March 2024, sir, being a provisional registration. So as long as the provisional registration is not cancelled, because there are two types of orders being passed here in Chennai. If you notice the orders that was passed in 31st March 2023, that is time barring on 31st March 2023, in those cases, what they passed is the renewal was treated as not maintainable. And they did not tamper the provisional registration granted. Now, if you notice the orders being passed recently, what they do is they say it is not maintainable. They also cancel the provisional registration which was already granted. So we have to see whether the rejection order or anything has been passed to cancel the provisional registration. If it is not cancelled, you will be entitled till assessment date 24-25. Your registration will be intact till 24-25.
Okay. So even if it is, even if the assessee has withdrawn the application before the CAT, it doesn't matter.
I think the withdrawal
when
would
they
be,
have a provision.
Yeah, withdrawal would be towards that renewal, converting this 3 years to 5 years, right, sir?
No. What they have done, they have provisional. Because of the confusion, they have again applied for registration under 10AB.
Okay. As long as the first provisional is intact, not a problem, sir.
Right. Any other questions? I hope Arjun, you have resolved everybody's doubts with your presentation.
I think CBDT has to resolve, sir. Maybe long way.
No, I think we'll have a lot of permutations and combinations. We'll have to wait and see. Like Arjun pointed out, the way in which the CATs are passing orders, I'm seeing different kinds of orders. So one, they're saying that your provisional is intact, but this application is not maintainable and they're rejecting it. In some cases, they are allowing it to be withdrawn. In some cases, they're saying that it has to be dismissed. They're saying that it is not maintainable.
Yes.
We'll have to wait and see for the CBDT to come up with a roadmap and some clarifications.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Right. Shall we?
Thank you, Arjun.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Arjun. You had, with the limited time available, you have taken us through the controversy till now. You have to wait for how the commissioner exemptions is going to view the tribunal's order passed till now and how he is going to move it forward. I think once all these appeals are before him, is being sent back to him for passing the orders on merits, we'll get a clarity on what's going to happen.
I think up to 30th September 2023, which is already sent back, now because of Madras High Court, it is settled.
Yes, Madras High Court is settled, yes.
Vasudevan and Arjun, the Sridhar here, it is
Yeah,
not yet resolved. The department is planning to file special leave petition against the Madras High Court decision.
okay. Right. So another round of litigation is awaited.
The funny part is, sir, by the time it gets resolved, I think the 3-year period or 5-year period for giving ATG will get lapsed. So maybe we'll have to look at the revamped scenario at that time.
Correct. Right. Thank you, Arjun.
Thank you, sir.
Had a very good session. Fine. Now I hand over the program to D. Anand to take us through the next part of the program, that is explanation, regarding the liquid text program. Mr. D. Anand.
Thank you, Vasu.
Yeah. Give the prelude and hand it over to Mr. Jigar Shah.
Yeah, sure. Arjun, lot of appreciations are being poured into the chat box for you.
Yeah. Thanks, sir.
We live in an era of unprecedented technological advancement, and one of the most transformative forces in recent years has been the use of liquid text for presenting the case before the court and to augment information for ready reference. The legal landscape is undergoing a transformative shift as technologies are revolutionizing the legal profession and the way it will be handled with depth in the future by the legal fraternity. Today we have with us Sri Mr. Jigar Shah, a fellow member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and a law graduate from Gujarat University. He has been with Messrs. Lakshmi Kumaran and Sridharan since last 15 years and is currently working as a partner in Lakshmi Kumaran and Sridharan attorneys at the Ahmedabad office. He has experience of dealing with indirect taxes for more than 15 years and is a member of Committee of Indirect Taxes, Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industries for the last 10 years. Mr. Shah is regularly conducting seminars and lectures in certified courses conducted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India on indirect taxes. He is regularly appearing before Testat Ahmedabad and Gujarat High Court and is being regularly consulted by Indian corporates and many multinational groups. I, on behalf of Revenue Bar Association, deem it a pleasure to welcome Mr. Jigar Shah to this digital dais. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, and good evening to all the participants. I have logged in from 2 devices, sir. One is my normal laptop and another one is the iPad, because I will be sharing my screen from iPad. All of you must have this question that what would happen when you go with only one device in the court, and whether you will be able to handle the so many papers you may be carrying if you are arguing a physical mode. I also had this question 1 year back, and I was also skeptical that whether I should. Sorry for this. It's still echoing. I think I will.
Sir, I think since you're logged in from 2 devices, the echo is happening.
Now, I think now it is better.
Yeah, it is better.
Oh, okay. So I will continue in this way. The 1 year back also, I was also facing this problem. But in a Gujarat High Court also, I saw so many senior advocates ranging from 60 years to 70 years. They all are carrying only iPad and arguing from there. So that got me the inspiration that if these people can argue from these digital devices, we can also do the same thing. So idea started from there, and then I started to learn liquid text. But believe me, at the end of the session, you all will feel confident that yes, you can also do the same thing, and you can argue from the iPad. So before you start on a liquid text, I will just give you about the background of the software. There are two softwares being widely used. One is this Liquid Text and another one is PDF Expert. Now, PDF Expert is also giving you the facility of bookmarking at various places within the PDF file. When you scan it, then the software will enable you to bookmark the relevant pages like a show cause notice, order in original, compilation, all those things. It will enable you to do that. Liquid Text has some more facilities. I am using only the basic version, but basic version itself is capable of doing almost everything which you may need for arguing the matters before the any court. So what I will do, I will just share my screen from iPad. I will log out if required, then I will again join back because it's still echoing. So what I will do, I will log out from this device. I will just only keep my iPad open. Okay, I will just share my screen. My screen is visible, sir?
It's visible, sir.
Okay. So I will start from the Liquid Text. This is the Liquid Text. The first thing you can see from the left panel, there are open file, open web page, open picture, and integrations. These are 4 things there. Now, I have one PDF, which is normally we can get it scanned through any scanner or any printer, whatever. So I will go from my OneDrive. We have shared folders available with us. I will select one file. We have got a folder called as a Liquid Text, Service Text Matters. So this is how I will select one. Let me say that this file I am selecting. Okay. So it will import the file. It will look like this. Now many of these, see right side, this dot 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 you are looking at, it is called as a working space where with the help of this pen you can make your notes and everything can be clubbed here. Okay. Now you can see this file index. You can see these are all the documents available in this file. So this file contains almost 300 pages, right? Now you all will be wondering that suppose the court asks you a question that you go to on page number this then this. So how immediately you can go to that page and all. So first I will show this, that how you can mark this. Now this dot dot dots, when I have to make my notes, I'm just, this slider is there. I'm just sliding this so that I can increase, decrease the size of this my file and the working notes. This is how it can be done from this slider, right? Now on the right side panel you are looking at, there is an arrow. I'm just clicking it. Now on a workspace, I will say college. So it will give me the feel like a notebook. These also can be colored, customized, everything is possible. Okay. One of the biggest advantage of Liquid Text is that you can have a link with papers, which I will show you also. Now on the top of this panel, you can see this capital A in a bold. The next to it is a writing mode. This is a highlighting mode. This is eraser. And this is also one of the markers. So major thing which we may be using on this is this writing mode. Now how it works. Now I have a pencil in my hand. Okay. Now so far as this paper and all is concerned, I will just put my finger on this upper side of this document here. Okay. And I will, from another hand, I will just scroll up this index. Okay. I have a pencil in my hand and it is on this writing mode. So this is how you have to keep on your finger on a upper part and then we're going to move this. Now what I want to do is I want to link this index with memo of appeal. Now You can see this red dot. This is on a writing mode. I will just draw one line from memo of appeal. This is how it is done. This is linked. Okay, we will move further. Now I will put my one finger on this upper side, and then another finger I will just keep on this moving. And this can be faster also. If you can see from this top line, this is what I want to show you. This is the on the left top. You can see this is a scroller. I am just scrolling down. I hope you are able to see it. The scroller, right? Now my appeal memo is from page number 1 to 49. So I will just scroll to this another where this document ends. Sorry, this appeal ends. Okay. Now another thing I have mentioned is that copy of registration certificate. So this is the copy of the registration certificate. Again, I will draw one line from here to here. So this is also now linked. Now I will move further. So this annexure 1A you are looking at now, I will just another way, I will also draw one line from here to here. So this is also linked. Okay, this is how you can move the documents. This is only a one-time job. You will not be able, means you will not have to do it for this file again and again. This is only a one-time job. Now you can see this annexure 2A. So I will just now on this blue you are seeing that I will just press it so that it will be like this. Now you have, suppose you have marked all this, linked all these annexures in this appeal memo. Now suppose you want to go to this copy of the registration certificate, right? I will just press on this link, pink dot, on just besides this number 1. You will reach here. Again, you press this pink dot, you will go to the index page. Copy of the agreement on this 2A pink dot, I will just touch on that. I will directly go to this 2A. Again, if I press this dot, then again I will go to the index. So this is how you can go in between all the document. When it is marked, linked, then any document you can go. Now suppose you are reading a memo of appeal. Okay, I'm just reading the memo of appeal. Now I want to see that what is the period of dispute. Okay, so this is how period of dispute is mentioned. I can write like on this also, like on any PDF writer you can write. Now this period of dispute is this. I can mark like this. I can write on this file also, or what I can do. Hello, may I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now many of us may have a habit that we may be making a note on side by side. I will show you that, say for example on this working note, I will mention here, I will write here that this is the period of dispute, right? Demand. This is how you can write. Now, as you go further, you say that, okay, I want to link here, like I will draw one line from this amount to demand. You can just see this. This is how I have drawn the line. Okay. Now I have gone up. This I continue my reading and all this, and suddenly somebody asks that what is the demand? Then just see, I will press on this pink dot where I have handwritten this demand, right? If I press this, I will directly go here. So whatever the notes you make, you can directly jump to that page. Suppose you are reading an order in original and you have find something that this is important and you made a note of it here in the writing side. That is called as a workspace. And you can link it, document from anywhere to anywhere. Like say for example, facts, you can say this public banking. Okay. Here you can note public banking. I have made a note on this. I will move further. I'll say that this. Okay, I will make my notes. That what is it? Now I will say this paragraph 8 is important. So I will just here that para 8. Now you can see I will directly go to the index page just to show you that how it can be done. Now you are here. Now you want to show to the court that what is the public banking and from where it is coming. You just see that I will press this pink button on my handwritten public banking. You will directly go there. public banking. You want to say that, okay, I want to show something from the paragraph 8 of my appeal memo, some factual aspects. I will just press this pink button besides this para 8, right? You will reach to para 8. So whatever the notes you have to prepare, you are, as of now, you are preparing, you can prepare the notes and link with everywhere. This type of linking can be done. Okay. Now the question will be that we normally go to the court with the appeal memo, then we may have a separate document as called as a compilation of this statutory provisions, case law, all those things we keep. Now here I have inserted only one copy of this appeal paper book. How to add the documents? This called as the liquid text understand this as a one project. In a one project, you can have n number of documents. In a one project, what I did, there were some 16 appeals altogether. So all 16 appeals I clubbed in a one project only, and I made this a separate note. I will show you that how it can be done. Another file I have already made. I will show you. This is the file. Okay. Now what I have done, I have made a table here. Now there are 4 appeals. You can see from this table, which I am moving just now, this on the right side of this working space, there are 4 appeals. This ST10129, ST10102, ST13393, all these are separate documents. And further, what I have done is, I have marked the OIO, SCN separately. All these documents are linked. How this can function? May I continue?
Please, sir.
Okay. Now, what I have done, this is the appeal paper book. Everything is linked. Okay. These are the link created, which I showed you that how to create the links. So suppose somebody say you go to directly on this OIO of appeal number ST10129. So I have already linked it. I can press this. I will directly reach to this appeal memo. Now suppose the court says that you go to appeal number 13393. So I will just press this pink dot on ST13393. I will directly go to this. These are all separate documents available in the same project. You can see this. Now you can just see the left side of my screen where this one panel you are able to see. I will just press the lowest, this arrow, down arrow. All these are the documents which are already in my project. So these are all the appeals. Like this is 102, 10129. Then this is synopsis. Then this is the compilation of volumes and all. These another appeal. All these are separate documents which we have scanned and inserted in this. How we can do it? Very simple. If you see this plus sign, I will just press it. You can add document. Any document you want to add from whatever Google Drive, OneDrive, wherever you have this file stored, you can access from this. No difficulty. You can add n number of documents into this. So this is how you can do. So I will show you this appeal. So what I have done, this entire appeal is marked. This is the one-time job we have to do. So wherever I feel that this is what the relevant annexure, relevant show cause notice. So from index, I can see that suppose the court says that take us to the ordinary original. So you can see this annexure, serial number 1, just beside that, that link is already made. So I will press that link. I will go to ordinary original. And there are multiple links available to go to ordinary original. One is from the index, and you can see this line from directly from this right side working space. Also, I have made one link. So there are multiple links with the same document is also possible. Okay. So this is how you can reach back to the index. Now, suppose the court will say that show us the copy of the show cause notice. So serial number 4, I will just press the pink dot just beside the serial number 4. So I will reach to the show cause notice. So multiple links are also generated. Okay. So this is how you can use this. So I have made this link of all these different documents. Like you can see this compilation volume 1 that is available, written submissions. These are all not there. So on this appeal, OIO, SCN, in another SCN, another appeal paper book, or the index of all these appeals one by one. This is a department appeal. All these documents are available in a single file, which you can use. So this is how it functions. Only job is that you have to link and you can make whatever notes you want to make. Everything is possible in this. I will show you another example. Like you have prepared a one written synopsis. Many of us have a habit of going by the whatever notes, written synopsis we have prepared for the arguments. Now I will show you one more thing. In this project, what I have done, I have appeal, synopsis, then the demand of tabulation, everything is there. Okay. So I have this synopsis. Now I want to see the simultaneously the appeal also side by side. That is also possible. Now you can see from this right side, the Titan main appeal document is available there. I will just press it and I can put it here. So I can see two documents simultaneously. I can do this. Whatever the size of this, all this is customizable. Okay. I can read two documents, make interlinking also. I will show you how it works. Like say, for example, you have this synopsis in this side. Okay. Now here is the left side, you can see the copy of the show cause notice. I will simply write here on this side. I will simply write here. Okay. And I will create a link between these two documents. Just like this, drawing a line. Simple. Now I will close this document, left side document. And this is my synopsis. I am going by the synopsis. I am reading this. Then suddenly I need to refer to the show cause notice. So I will not go and open another document. Simply, if I place this for 2 seconds, the dot I have created on this SCN, I will just place it for 2 seconds. The another document will open automatically, which is altogether a different document. Okay. Now my reference to this document is over. I am just closing it out. I am moving forward with my written synopsis. There, I am coming across the reference to section 2F3 of the Central Excise Act. That is in my compilation. The show cause notice you just now show, that was the main appeal paper book. Now this is in my compilation. Again, what I will do, I will just press it for 2 seconds. So section 2F3 is also available here. So it's altogether a different document. You can have n number of documents, reference to n number of documents, n number of links you can create as per your desire. So that is how it works. I hope I am not going too fast. No, sir, everybody is able to understand. If you have any question, you can ask me. This is otherwise it's very simple software to use. And Liquid Text, it's its own videos also. On the setting side, so you go, no, that they have also created a videos that how you can use this software, and they keep on adding the features also. So this is how it works. Now I will show you that this.
Should I buy when I have an iPad? Should I buy Liquid Pro or iPad itself basic? It is working without purchasing anything.
No, sir. I am using the basic version. That is that is around one. Today it may be around 1,500 rupees for lifetime.
Oh, it is asking 4,999 in my case.
Huh?
Now the version price has been revised to 5,000 rupees now.
Yeah, 5,000. Yeah, correct.
But that is, sir, that version is. I am not using that. I am using the only the basic.
Sir, the basic version itself, price has been revised to 5,000 from 1,800.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Then now I got it. Okay, that is what my iPad is asking for 5,000. That is what.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. Right.
Now they are charging 5,000 rupees for basic version.
But earlier I was told it is free when I purchase iPad. But
it was about 1,800, sir, earlier.
Okay.
Oh,
thank you.
I purchased in 600 rupees, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So, sir, this is how you can add any number of documents. I will show you one more document where you can have these multiple documents. Sir, suppose now you have an appeal by the company and also the appeal by the director. Okay. So you did not have this side by side, this addition of this document. What I will do, I will show you that open file. I will go to OneDrive, my shared drive, and I will select two files simultaneously. So it will ask me that whether you want to create a one project or a two different project. I will select two PDF files simultaneously. Like this and these two files I have selected. Okay. Now I will say, now I will press this open button. So it will ask me that whether you want to create two different projects or two files in the same project. So I will say single project. So it will open two files. You can see from the left panel, I will just press the arrow. You will have two different documents here. This is one and this is another one. The appeal by the director and appeal by the company. So now what you can do, I will show you that, say for example, this is the appeal by the company. So I will just make a note here. I need not go to this document side. Once this is done, I will simply draw a line and I will write here company appeal. Done. Now I will go to here. I will again draw the line. I will say director appeal. This is how I will write. Now I will close this. Now I can jump between these two documents. If I press this company appeal, pink dot, I will go to company appeal. If I say pink dot, director appeal, director appeal. So you have to select the document from this left side. Once you mark it, you put it here, done. If I want to cross-link between these two documents, again, I will show you once again that how it can be done. I will just open two documents simultaneously by placing it here. Sorry. Now, I want to cross-link between these two documents. Like, say, for example, I want to say this challan. Okay, when I want to give the reference, I will simply write here challan. And I will link it between two documents here. Now I will close this one. When I am reading this, I am referring to the challan. Now I will just press for 2 seconds here, challan. Another document will get open. So within these two documents also, you can create the links between two documents, and you press for 2 seconds, the another document automatically will appear. Now I have referred this to challan. I don't need this document again. So I will just close it down. So I will go back to my original document. So this is how it can be done. This has so many other features. Now I will show you that, say for example, for this matter, you have found one when you are reading this online journal, no, you got one case which is relevant for this matter. So directly from there, you want to insert this judgment into this project file. I will show you how it can be done. So I will just open my Chrome. Okay. I will just type something. Okay. This judgment I am finding, I find that this is relevant for my matter. So on this right side top, I can get it open in a new tab. So I will just open it. Here you can see the options: download, print, bookmark. All those options are also there on the right top side, right? Now I will press this one. I'll say that PDF, download, open in liquid text. Then it will ask add to current file or add to new file. I will say that add in the current file. So it has inserted this judgment directly in my liquid text. Now what I will do, I'll say that GMB. I will just simply mention here. Okay. Now I will again go to the company's appeal. But when I am arguing the matter, I need to refer to the judgment of GMB and I want to show it to the court. I will simply press this GMB. It will open and I can refer to this. And again, I want to go back to my appeal memo. I will simply press here. I can go back to my appeal memo. So it has a facility from directly importing the document from this website also. Now, another thing I will show you that generally what I do, I have so many, you can see that so many files are available in my project. Okay, here. And we also know that many times what happens that we prepare for the matters, it will not come up for hearing. Again, you will have to refer to. So all these things will remain here as it is. Now I will show you the cause list of system cause list of the next week. Okay, this is the next week cause list. I have marked my matters. Now the another feature here is generally when we are sitting in a court, we look at the cause list of that day. So you can see that this is the cause list for the Monday's matters before C state, right? Now I have marked my matters. This Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, all these matters are there. Now, when you are looking at the cause list, and if I tell you that if you directly go to your project or your file, you can open it from here itself, then you will like it, right? I will show you that how it can be done. I have done for one matter. I will show you. Like you can see this link. This is serial number 23 on a Tuesday's list is Gujarat Maritime Board matter, right? So I have created one link for the file itself. That file is available in my iPad only. If I click on this link, this is an open project. So from cause list directly you can open your project. So here you will see appeal paper book. I have created the link period of dispute. Immediately I can refer, I can go back once it is linked. If you are annexure 3 show cause notice, yes, show cause notice. I can directly go to my compilation. If you can see this compilation, you saw some handwritten this appealer. You can create this type of text box also for better arranging it. I will just on a work side, I will simply press my finger for 2 minutes. It will ask me the text box, or you want to add a child workspace. I will say the text box. Okay. So there, what I will do, I will write that the decisions box is created. And this judgment, you can directly link it like this. I will just draw a line. Like say this Konkan Railway I want to say. Here it is. It is linked. Now I can go to appeal paper book. I can refer to anything. Now I can go to decisions. It will directly take me here and I can open this judgment. So this is also possible. You can directly go to the compilation. You can have a cross-linking with other documents. All these things possible. Immediately you can go to anywhere where the court is asking you to. So it is up to you that what kind of notes you want to prepare, what kind of links you want to prepare, how many documents you want to link with each other. Everything is possible in this. So it's a fairly simple software to use. What I am doing is I will just show you that how I can mark the matters in my cause list. Now you have seen this. It's very simple. Like let's say this Bombardier matters, right? I will open that project. On this top right side, you can see these 3 dots. I'll just press it. Here you can see the first copy link. All these things are there. Copy link, right? I will just press copy link. Then it showed the message link copied. Now I will go to the cause list. And on a workspace, I will simply press for 2 seconds. I will use this paste option. So the link is generated. Now what I will do, you can see on the top, I have just pen used. From this, you can simply draw a line. And I will move it to here. Now, wherever these matters are going, all these things, suppose my matters are coming, I'm just looking at the cause list when my matter will come. So I will say that, okay, this Bombardier transportation has been called out. I did not go back. I will simply click here, open project. My project will open. So this file will be opened. So this is how I can use it. And all this appeal, everything I have linked it. So that is how you can use. And all these things are also very simple to make. This table, this is simply copied from a Word file. From a Word file, say for example, this table you can select here also. I'll just show you. This is how you can select the tables. And this can be moved here also. All these things are possible. So this table is actually copied from the Word file, which was inserted in this liquid text and then simply copied paste here, nothing else. And most importantly, what happens, like suppose this file, now this file is otherwise argued, but many times what happens that the matters are getting relisted after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. So whatever the work you have done, you don't want to keep it on an iPad to save space. So what you can do, you can just see this right side top. There is an arrow. I will just press that arrow. You can save this file as a PDF file. You can save this file as a liquid text project file. Suppose you say select this liquid text project file. You can directly send it to, I will use this another app option. You can save it on your drive, OneDrive, wherever you want. So I'm selecting the drive. I will select in the C-state appeals. I will say save here, upload. It will upload. So you can save your worked file, already worked file in your drive also. So suppose the matter is getting relisted again. You have deleted this file from liquid text, but you have saved it on your drive. And whenever you want to reinstall, you simply go to that drive and then you say that install, it will open in a liquid text. So that is how you can save also. Suppose I delete this file from liquid text because I don't want to waste my space on this iPad. So I already saved it in my drive. I can recall it and get it installed in a minute only. So this is how I am using this. I will show you another. In this also, no, it's only a single file. So sir, basically you can use this in this. Again, this is a simple illustration. This is compilation already marked. This is how compilation is given. So I can roam around between appeal paper book, compilation, any judgment in this. Then also I can, with a press of a button, I can go there. I can go back. So it is 100% possible that you carry your iPad only in the courtroom and you will be able to manage 10-15 matters in a day with the help of this iPad without any difficulty and this liquid text. This is how I am using it. So I just want to ask the participants whether you feel confident that yes, you can also use it, or I ran too fast.
Sir, one question.
Sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, I create quite a few links between 1 or 2 files. After some time, I don't require a few links. How to undo that link?
Okay, sir. That is also very simple, sir. Say, for example, I will show you that, sir.
See, for instance, I don't want that item 6 link anymore.
No problem, sir. That also can be removed, sir. Now, sir, this judgment you are looking at real value. So I will just simply create another link. I will say real value. Okay. Now I move to the compilation. And this link is no more required. So you can see this red top on a writing side, right? Pencil use.
Well,
on the top of my screen, you can see this red top is a pencil mode, right?
Yeah.
Now I will change it to eraser mode. You are able to see?
Yeah.
You are able to?
Yes,
now,
sir.
Now what I will do, I will move my pencil here in a link created. I will simply, link is removed. Eraser mode.
Right, fine. Got it.
Erased. This link also can be removed, sir. If you remove from this now, this also can go.
Okay.
Everything can go, sir. This, wherever you are created, you just go to this eraser mode. You can remove also. Suppose, say for example, in some notes, when you were preparing, you have written something. SCN, OIO, you have linked it also. Now go to the eraser mode move your pencil here and there, you can remove it.
Okay.
There are so many other facilities also available, sir. In this, suppose you have some phrase, some technological phrase or something, whatever, like reference to show cause notice. Once you select that phrase in show cause notice, wherever the document refers to show cause notice, that also you can have. And this where this now this optical scanners, no, that facility is also available in liquid text. Suppose you want to search from the document, that is also possible. So search within the document is also possible, sir. So since last 1 year, I am using only liquid text in courtroom. I have not gone with any physical file. I have not used any physical file, sir. I get my files PDF in PDF version, and then I am just linking it. Entire paper book is with me, sir. This is how, because see, generally when we have papers in our hand, suppose the code is asking you to go to page number 49. So you will be going by the papers only. So here also by serial number 4, you just click it. You are on page number this 49. This is how it is. Now this is also very use this is how it can go here. And you can link it. Now, wherever you are in this paper book, you want to go to page number 49. I will just simply click it. I will be here. And I'm an eraser mode. I can remove this link also. This also can be deleted. So this is how you can do, sir. Sir, any question on this? The most important, and this is whenever you are reading this online journal, as I showed you, you can directly get that judgment in your file. So you need not remember that which judgment you read. So when you are reading on this online journal on a tablet, and you find something relevant to your any of your matters, and that matter is available in your liquid text project, you can directly get that judgment downloaded on that project. And simply make a note on this, that that document you can retrieve at any point of time. So generally what I do, like the questions we are facing from the court, what is the period of dispute, what is the amount. So what I do, I create a link for this period of dispute, etc. Like you can see this from appeal memo. There I have handwritten this POD. So if I go to this, then I can immediately answer that the period of dispute is 2009-10 to 12-13, and the amount of tax is 72 lakhs approximately. I can go back to this index page. So in a minute, I can go this. So this type of notes, wherever you want, you can create any type of notes. You can write on this this file itself. You can write on this workspace also. N number of workspace can be created. You can have a color coding. All those things are possible, sir. So generally what I do, I go with this. I always download this cause list also, and then link with this. So I just go by this. So wherever my matter comes, like say for example, this serial number 23 Gujarat Maritime Board is called on. So I will simply say that if I click, then this file will open. So that's how I am using this cell. Any questions, sir, on this?
No, sir, no questions. You can proceed, sir.
Sir, this is what I wanted to show, that this is how I am using it, sir.
Okay.
You can insert the documents, you can remove the documents, everything is possible, sir. So one matter I argued where the 16 appeals were there, and each of the appeal was having at least 500 pages paper book. So all the 16 appeals were there on my iPad only. And I was able to argue from all the 16 appeals. Notes were prepared, compilation, and I was able to roam through one file to another, one appeal to another, documents. All those things are possible. You can have simultaneously 2 documents open for your study. Like say, for example, along with this, you want to open a compilation to just make your notes. So simply you can drag it here. 2 documents will be open. You can read 2 documents together here, and this is how size also can be resized. This is how simply you can do it. You can cross link with each other also. That is also possible. You can close any of the document, work on that. And once the main principle in liquid text is that create a link. When even if within 2 documents you have created the link, immediately long press 2 seconds, it will get open from another document.
Link is the most important.
So create the link. Maybe at times, sir, it is because the larger the file you have, the more the links you will have to generate. So generally what we do in our office, sir, we assign this task to our code clerk, who gives us off with all this barking and all. So links are generated by him. So that is how we are using. And the another advantage of liquid text is, like many advocates are using PDF expert also. There, if you have a bookmark, then you can go directly from the bookmark also. Liquid text have also that facility. I will show you. I have not this file bookmark, but that can be done also. Like here, you can see the documents and the outline. So I will go to the outline. Here, if you have any bookmark, then if you press on this bookmark, you can go to the bookmarks also. So suppose the PDF is generated with bookmarks, then you are inserting in the liquid text, that you both the things you can have, bookmarks also and the links also. It will allow you to use the way you want. So that is how it is used, sir. So any question on this, sir? I have stopped my screen sharing. If any questions are there, then I can
Yeah,
take
so
up
only
the
one question.
Sir.
You have been explaining the ease of handling the liquid text, but what is a possible difficulties that the user could face?
Sir, generally the code may be on a different page, the page we are referring to, right? So immediately he can ask you that you go to that page. So
Okay.
if you have generated the link for that page, immediately you can also go to that page. But if you have not, then it may take 1 minute or 2 minutes to go to that page. That in any case, sir, physically when we carry the papers, that difficulty we also may be facing in locating the page also. So that's the difficulty.
Okay.
Because sir, suppose say for example, I have in my appeal paper book index, I have linked all the documents. But suppose one document is running into 15 pages. I have not marked each and every page of that document. I have not created the link of each and every page of that document. Suppose on one particular page, the court is asking you that question and referring to you, then you will have to go to the link and then you can also refer. That may take 1 or 2 minutes. That's all.
Yes.
Otherwise, sir, I have not faced any problem in referring to any this, because sir, it's everybody's style of arguing and style of making notes will be different. But this software allows you to make the notes the way you want. The way you want, workspace is all belonging to you. Whatever the notes you want to make, that notes also can be there with the notes. Because generally what happens, sir, you make a note that okay, on this paragraph of the show cause notice, this is what the allegation is, and you will write in a bracket that this is the page number. Now suppose you have a facility of now linking that page number with the appeal paper book. On a click of a button, you can directly go to that page.
Okay.
So, sir, I will show you another illustration. Let me share it once again. I will show you that also, that how I have done for this Bombardier transportation. My screen is visible now, sir.
Visible, sir.
Okay. I will again go to liquid text. I will show you this in Bombardier transportation only. Now, sir, you can see from this index of paper book, in reply to show cause notice, there are annexures referred. So because of this particular the factually involved matter, what we have done is that if you look at this serial number 5, reply to SCN, there are different annexures also we have cross-linked so that immediately we can go to there. Like I will say annexure 1 to 5. I will just press it here.
We are not seeing the documents, sir.
Document is not visible, sir.
Yes, it's not visible, sir.
Not visible. 1 minute, sir. Now it is visible, sir.
Yeah, it's coming, sir.
This is visible now, sir.
Yeah, it's visible now.
Okay. Now you see this serial number 5 of this index. Reply to the show cause notice. There we have further made some link to annexure 1 to 5, then 6 to 17, then 18 to 26. All this because we feel that these are also relevant, and court may ask some question on that also, or we may also need to explain this. So if I press on this annexure 1 to 5 on a pink button, I will directly go to this annexure. Now I will press on 6 to 17. So I will go to this. So further link also generated by this because of this nature of this paper book. So that is also possible. But if suppose like the sir was asking this question, that now you look at this serial number 8, this letter of DOF so and so 29 February 2018. Now that document is from page number 395 to 411. You can go to 395. But if the code is on page number 397, then it may take some time to reach there. Because you have generated a link of 395. Code is on page number 397. So it may take 1 or 2 minutes to reach there. That's all. Because each and every page is not generated by the link. So you can go to page number 395, that is linked. So same way, sir, this serial number 10, employment agreement 413 to 431. If the code is on page number 425, then you may have this time, like you go here and then you go to this page number 435, 425, etc. This much time it may take, sir. I hope I was able to answer this question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I find it very useful. And earlier, what used to happen is LiquidText itself was projected as a best software for students for note taking. Now they have also changed their USP. Now they are also saying that it's the best software for legal professionals. That is how they have changed their tagline. Sir, this is what I wanted to show.
Okay, sir. Nice. Is there any questions from the participants to Mr. Jigasha? I think there is no question, sir.
No problem, sir. Sir, my suggestion is that suppose any of these your members, they start using LiquidText and they may face any problem. Okay, I can have a video call with them on a one-to-one basis, and I will guide them that how to generate a link. And once they start using it, I am sure that everybody will love it to use this, because you need not carry all these papers and all. So that assurance you can take from my side, that whomsoever facing any difficulty there, you are free to call me at any time, sir. I will be able to help you on this. We will have a Teams call, and sir, I will show you that how to do it.
Nice, excellent, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
thanks,
sir.
Thanks, Mr. Jigasha. You have given a very good demo of the operations of LiquidText. I hope
my request is that, sir, once you start using it, sir, then you will find it useful, and all the features Liquid Text itself has their demo videos.
Right, okay. Good.
It is much more than whatever I have showed you.
Right. Oh, yes. Thanks for sharing your time and sparing your time and being with us for almost an hour, sir.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure.
Thanks
So
to
may
all
I
the
leave?
participants. Yes, sir.
May,
Please, sir.
may I leave now, sir?
Sir?
May I leave now?
Oh, yeah, I'm concluding the program, sir.
Oh, okay.
Thanks to all the participants for today's program. We had a good session of on ETG and also about liquid text. We'll see you in the next month's program. Thanks to all.
இல்லைன்னா மாருதியோட சேம் தான் எதுவுமே இல்லை அது நீங்க அதே எடுக்கிறீங்க டொயோட்டாவோட ஸ்டாண்டர்டுக்குள்ள வரும்